Hello everybody, good morning. I'm used to say good evening because we used to shoot in the evening, but today I decided I want to make the podcast in the morning because I wanted to have the winners of Idromeno International Film Festival, the two amazing directors, Alexe and Karen. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having your movie screened at Idromeno. It was such a pleasure to have you both. And in fact, as we were discussing earlier, it is so great to have this kind of thematic on the screen, because obviously we're used with the same family dramas which have lots of conflict and less of inner journey, and the message that would be like so personal and so intimate, and a journey that would be as well so intimate about the character. So thank you so much for bringing your story, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Well, thank you for selecting us and having us here with this.
We're happy to be here.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, you bring a story which is not the typical romantic drama of a family. Of course, everyone sees it in its own perspective, but I just wanted to know what sparked this.
Yeah, I had my first child 15 years ago.
Yes.
And I'm a very stable person, I would say. I'd heard of postpartum depression, of course, but I never thought that it could happen to me. So when I gave birth, I immediately felt that something wasn't right. I didn't long for my child to be like close to me. I felt like, oh, you can take him away, I need to have some rest. And then I cried every day for 1.5 years. So that's where the movie started. I started writing as a kind of therapeutic writing, and by the time I had my second child, 1.5 years later, it was a completely different experience, and I'm so glad I had a second child, because that was what you always read about, what you see in the movies, like, oh, hello, I very much want to protect you
Typical.
from... Yeah. So I'm very happy for that, for having that experience after the postpartum depression. But then I realized that my story could perhaps help someone else.
So they seek help before, they don't have to go 1.5
Yeah, because
year.
I didn't seek help. It was just before my second child was going to be born that I said, hello, I need some support here. I can't do this on my own once again.
Of course, this raises some sort of awareness about what women during the post-birth go through.
Not all women, but
no.
10 to 20%.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. We're used with a society which labels everything. And somehow people even get annoyed by this. We probably just invented a new depression, which is post-festival depression and post-shooting depression. But is it like important for us to speak up for certain situations and to raise awareness for certain situations in order to help each other?
Yeah, I think so. I love the authenticity theme you have on your festival, because I think it's so important. We need to tell our stories and what we have been experiencing and what Alex went through. And then, I hope we can help others, like you said. So I think that's the most important thing. You have a story, everyone have a story, and then it just take a lot of hard job to make the film and bring it out.
Yeah. What I noticed to the story, Alex, is the fact that we have two different cultures intertwining, and obviously, if you, I don't know who of you told the fact, told the fact, because no one was getting it actually, because we don't speak the languages, and when you don't speak the languages, it can be a bit confusing, but you just don't get it to the core. How was intertwining two cultures in such a movie, in such a narrative?
Yeah, I'm Swedish and you're Danish.
I'm Danish and I live in Sweden. I had a Swedish husband, and so for me it's, you know, just normal everyday life, living like that. My kids are speaking both languages, and in the film the girl is, in the beginning she's speaking Danish to her mom, and then she gets mad at her, and then she switches and just speaks Swedish to like keep her away. Yeah. And we are in the south part of Sweden, where we are located there. And Copenhagen is like 30 minutes away, so it's very common to either live across the border or work across the border. So we wanted that to be in our film, and also to, we found this great actress that was Danish. Yes, and we want to work with her.
She was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
She developed the character in a way that you wouldn't even tell. She probably, I don't know if she went through a narrative like that.
No. But she was going through a divorce.
Earlier.
Right before we started shooting.
Yeah. And then she was like happy as she ever was. She was glad and not sad when we started shooting. So, but of course
she made a great character development in that movie. Is it because, of course, when you're a director, you have to like be the leader of everything, and this movie it came to us quite emotional, and it came to us quite intimate, and it came to us as an inner journey that it was probably very hard to put on the screen. And I think that you did an amazing job, but how was the process of it?
Long.
Many years. You wrote yourself for many years.
Yeah, I wrote for like 8 or 10 years by myself.
Yeah.
And then we were working on another project, and I decided, because I got a very tight deadline from the Swedish Film Institute to finish another version of the script. They said, "Oh, perhaps you can have some money if you just finish in a month another version." So then I said, "Oh, I can't do this by myself. Again, please seek help."
Please
do. Because we were collaborating earlier.
On another project. Yeah. So we took long walks and discussed the script, and I went home in the afternoons and rewrote, and then the next day in the morning, let's take another walk and talk about what happened. Yeah. So that was not the final shooting script, but the last version of it.
Yeah,
when it came to this story.
And finding the actors, was it like difficult to?
I was working on another project like many years before, maybe 8 years before. I was casting Sophie for another film project with Vikings I wanted to do, and Alex saw it. At that time we didn't even know each other.
No.
And we met at a festival.
In
Sweden.
We volunteered.
We volunteered, both of us, at a festival.
It is very strange because you have this kind of matching energy with one another. It's like you can tell that you haven't been working your whole life with one another.
But now we have been working many years.
9 years,
9 years, but so I did a huge casting where I also wanted a girl from Sweden and a boy from Sweden and a girl from Denmark. So I was seeking through actors, new educated actors, and she was really young, and I was like, that's her, I want her. And we never did the whole feature film, but we did a mood. And you saw it, and you were like, this is maybe going to be my Ligge.
Yeah, and I just met her in Copenhagen. I went home to her apartment, and we sat and talked for a couple of hours, and then I did some test shoots, not like real scenes, just go brush your teeth, or take out the dishes from the washing machine.
Right.
And I filmed her doing that, and I gave her some instructions in the meantime to see how we communicated, if she could like handle, because I instruct a lot in the rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, so you as an actor you can't be like, what are you saying? And then go back to acting. You have to like incorporate.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And she was really good at that. So she could just continue what she was doing, but
at the meantime keep up with the interaction with you while you're giving instructions.
And then we did one scene, like the high emotional screaming scene. We did that as a test.
And then of course a lot of extra casting to find her husband.
Yeah, but then I knew she was the one.
Yeah,
we never casted anyone else for Lykke.
and I was so happy when I got on the project that I kind of promised her the lead in a future film, and then the Viking film never, came to be. I was like, yeah, but you still got a part. We want you. We want to work with you.
But then it was such a hard work with the husband. We had one guy casted 2 years before we started shooting, and then he said when we actually decided to start shooting without
full funding,
proper financing, he said, no, I can't be in the project. It's gone too far. It has been too much time, and now I have other things, and you have no money.
So we had to find another one.
Yeah, and we kind of rewrote the script according to this other guy, because he was such a different
person. Yeah, he was different than the first guy.
Yeah.
So we had to rewrite.
From the beginning, he was a welder. He was very manly welder. And Olof, that plays Christian, he is not very manly, as you see. He's very boyish and more of an intellectual. So we had to give him a job that matched his energy.
Yeah, of course, because it's all about even the synergy that it's created in between the character and the actor itself. What I truly loved about the movie was that actually, if I would say so, it's a bit passive aggressive.
Yeah,
You never like see a deep conflict. You never see like great screaming or something like would take you to something very violent, or it can give you like an amazing inner perspective and introspective, but without all that shouting and without all the screaming, it is like a movie which truly is personal. Like you can understand all the drama, all the emotions just by getting into your inner self, and it's like a mirror.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that.
It's like you just don't get it, because we're used with the drama movies that are happening right now. It's all about the exaggeration, if I might
very
say
few people
so.
behave like that.
Like it's all about the exhibitionism, and it's not about inner journey. And was it like this the main authentic element that you think that brought this movie a very different perspective, even on seeing the postpartum depression?
Yeah, I don't think I can make stories in another way. And when we screened it for our team and our close friends and families, my friends came up to me and say, "Oh, it's you! It's you're in the film!" But because that's totally my kind of language. I don't scream a lot. I don't get mad. I don't get very upset. I'm like more of a one-line person.
Yeah, probably we should start like accepting this kind of emotions, even in different ways, because we're used to paper cuts.
Yeah.
like the characters in the movies are paper cuts. You can see them everywhere. Probably we should like display another way of portraying emotions.
Yeah. I think maybe it's a more feminine way to
perhaps.
portray emotions, and we are just so used to the other way.
And it's also because the producers and the financiers, they all like, we have to have drama. You have to have something out, or you have to have like a big.
And I think they are screaming. I think Lykke is doing horrible things to her daughter, things that I wouldn't do. But still, we have all been there. I have 2 kids as well, and of course I have been yelling at them, fighting with them about take your shoes on and do that. Come on, please hurry. So of course everyone will recognize themselves, even though it's you and my kind of emotional language we try to show.
Definitely. It was when you can distinguish when a movie is made by Europeans.
Okay.
Probably it's not that typical Hollywood. Drama.
Not but there are films like this being made in the States as well, but we don't get them over here because the films that travel are perhaps the Hollywood dramas. I would say.
Probably. As the winner of the 4th edition, because we had like a misunderstanding last night, and the girls were like, "Oh, that's it."
We never thought we were the winners. We saw some of the other films and we were like, yeah, totally fine. We are not going to win this.
The honorable mention film, we totally thought that was going to be the winner. It was so good.
Yeah, in fact, while the jury were discussing about the movie, I was like, please, I don't want to be part of the discussion because every year I have a favorite, of course, and every year I'm rooting for someone to win, but I don't have to say it. I shouldn't say it, and I'm like suffering in silence like this, like Luke somehow. And I'm like, all right, I'm rooting for them, but I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't like affect the jury and everything. And I was so happy when I got to know that you took the main prize, which is the best feature. And I was so happy because there are some stories that are truly appreciated, not only for the great cinematographic work that is done in there, but also for the message they deliver. And if you would deliver a message today after a crazy night of party, what would that message be?
You are not alone.
No, you're not alone. And seek help if you need help. Collaborate.
Or just turn to your spouse or another person and say, this is happening to me. Don't be ashamed.
No, that's true.
I want to thank you so much for this great conversation. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And hopefully, we will meet in other editions. As I always tell, we love people with good energy. And I really hope to see you again here in Škoda. Thank you, everybody, for following. And we will meet in another podcast. Thank you.